Well, alam niyo po, medyo may alam tayo dyan. No? Meron po tayong 3-volume books na pinablish ng Cambridge na kinukumpira ang mga anti-terrorism laws sa buong mundo. At isa po talaga sa pinakamaluwag na batas, ang batas natin dito sa Pilipinas, yung Human Security Act. So ang mga provision naman po ng amendments to the Human Security Act, binasa rin po natin kung ano yung mga batas na umiiral sa mga batas, mga bansa gaya ng Inglaterra, Estados Unidos, at saka Europe, no? So makikita nyo, Australia, lalong-lalo na, no? So wala naman pong draconian na provision dyan. Lahat po ng provision dyan, ibinase rin natin sa mga batas ng mga iba't ibang bansa na mas epektibo po ang kanilang pagtrato dito sa mga terorista. Now, alam ko po, panahon ng COVID, pero itong mga bills naman pong ito, naisampa na nung 17th Congress pa, hindi lang naisa batas ng 17th Congress. At wag po natin kalimutan, hindi po tayo estranghero sa terorismo. Nandyan po yung karanasan ng Marawi, nandyan pa rin po yung mga pinagagawa ng Abu Sayyaf sa Sulu.
So, there are these balancing provisions there. What I do notice, though, nowadays, is that the information that is being spread around about the bill is, how shall I put it? A little exaggerated, perhaps. I do understand the concern. The context of the presentation of the data there is a little wrong. So a lot of people are saying na, abusuhin ito dahil ECQ, abusuhin ito dahil ganyan. No. The terrorism problem is apples and oranges when it comes to ECQ and it comes to politics. This is a national security problem, and not just a national security problem. It is also a regional problem. May I give another example? Well, unang-una, maraming nagsasabi na minadali ito. Medyo mahirap naman na to agree with that saying na minadali ito dahil matagal na ho itong pinapanday. This is about 7 years in the making. But it's only this time that it was certified as urgent by the executive. So because it was certified as urgent by the executive and the Senate has already passed it on third and final reading, the House responded to the call of the executive. As to why the executive certified this as urgent and the clear and present necessity to pass it immediately, I think it's best to ask the executive on that one. But this bill was already approved by 173 congressmen. But I would like to assure a lot of people that this has gone through years na pinapanday. Ang kasunod nito is that whatever yung mga malabo or kailangan i-clarify, pwede naman yan madaan sa IRR. And yung IRR na yan, pinapanday din yan kasama ang Kongreso. And we are also putting in this bill, a joint oversight committee to make sure that any abuse of discretion, meron ding oversight ng Kongreso kung merong mga abuse dito. Now, going back to your question, mahaba-haba ang Section 4. But let me summarize it with these points. Number 1, activism is not terrorism. Go ahead, criticize. It's your right. It's very clear in Section 2, which is the spirit of the law. And we all know that when we make state policies in laws, if the law there has gone beyond the state policy, then that action is already a grave abuse of discretion on the part of the executive. Para klaro kasi mahirap na na maraming conjectures na mali.
Yes.
I will read this second paragraph of first 2 paragraphs if okay. It's just short lang naman. Section 2, Declaration of Policy. It is declared a policy of the state to protect life, liberty, and property from terrorism, to condemn terrorism as inimical and dangerous to the national security of the country and to the welfare of the people, and to make terrorism a crime against the Filipino people, against humanity, and against the law of nations. In the implementation of the policies stated above, the state shall uphold the basic rights and fundamental liberties of the people as enshrined in the Constitution. I'll skip to the last line of Section 2, where it says, in the exercise of the constitutionally recognized powers of the executive department shall not prejudice the respect for human rights which shall be absolute and protected at all times. Dissent to the government, that's fine. That's constitutionally protected. Rally, that's fine. Ang hindi po natin gusto is the violence. I am aware that a lot of people are concerned, and I really welcome this concern. I mean, it's democracy in action here, and people are standing up to the rights that they have. Unfortunately, a lot of people have not read the bill or have not asked questions or clarifications on it. Now, let us clarify, and I'm really glad that you asked. Who can be arrested here without a warrant? Ang sagot dyan, the people who can be arrested without a warrant, they fall under the same rules in our existing laws. In the rules of court, I believe it's Rule 113 of the rules of court. But this bill is taking it a little further because hindi automatic na pag ang police officer inisip niya na terrorist yan ay pwede na niyang i-aresto in the name of the anti-terror law. Hindi. You cannot just do that. You have to go to the ATC or the Anti-Terrorism Council and ask for the ATC's approval to arrest that person because of violations of the anti-terror law.
Yes.
If any police officer would violate this law or does grave abuse their discretion utilizing or in the name of this law or this bill, then that police officer will face 10 years jail time. There are penalties for people who abuse this. But I know you're talking about realities. But when we craft legislation, there is this thing as a presumption naman of regularity that things would go correctly naman. I mean, that's how laws are crafted.